All right, welcome to the Nest, home of your Menard Eagles football. I am your host, Robert Anderson. In tonight's game, the Menard Eagles will host the St. Mary's Tigers out of Natchitoches. This year, the annual game between Menard and St. Mary's is what we call the Bishop Bowl, where the two schools from the Alexandria Diocese, two of the largest schools in the Alexandria Diocese, get together. Menard comes into the game 1-1, in which they defeated Northwood of Lena 2 weeks ago by a score of 42-0. And last week the Eagles took on a very good Gina team and were defeated by Gina 56-3. However, St. Mary's comes into the ball game at 0-2, in which they were defeated by a very good team in Bunkie down there a couple of weeks ago, and lost a hard-fought game last week at home against Red River. Tonight I'm going to be joined in the box by John's going to be out of town tonight, so I got a former Eagle on my side tonight by the name of Ryan Burkata, and so Ryan's going to join me here in the booth here in a few minutes. And as we get this thing started, it's a beautiful night for football up here. Two great schools, and each of them looking to get the momentum as the season goes on. The field looks great. The kids are excited, and I know St. Mary's is coming into the ball game. Their numbers are, as far as their players are down. They're probably dressing 26 kids tonight, and your Eagles are probably going to be back healthy from last week. Last week they had a big bout with the illness, which at time they only had about 21 kids that were dressed out for practice, so they had problems going 11 on 11. So tonight we're going to talk about the Louisiana Athletic Club keys to the game. We're also going to have the Express. We're going to be looking for the Express Pros. You had one job lineman award, and also our player of the game, and also we'll be talking about the links on the Bayou drive of the game. So we're excited for a great night of football, and we'll be going down to Ryan here in just a few moments. We're looking forward to a great night of football here at the Nest. Me and Ryan will be going live from the Trios press box on Versailles. Trios is one of our sponsors, and the sponsor in the press box tonight. So if you want to tune in to 446 Sports and watch us on online, but we'd rather you to come out to this great atmosphere over here at Menard and watch the kids play. So just give us a few minutes and we'll be ready to go. Yep. We'll be back here in just a minute with Coach. Matter of fact, we're fixing to send it on down to Ryan, and he's got Coach. All right, take it down to Ryan.
And just kind of want to get a few thoughts and ideas from him before the game starts. Hold on 1 second. All right, Coach, I know we're kind of coming from a week where we had a little bit of sickness and coming off of that loss to Gina. So how has the team's preparation been this week leading up to tonight's game?
Well, you always learn things in a loss, and a win, So we're going to put Gina behind us. That's in the rearview mirror. Everything we see is right there in the windshield, and it's St. Mary's tonight. Big game, Bishop's Bowl. We haven't beat them in a couple of years, so, we talked about that this week. So we see if we've learned from the loss and see if we can get in the win column this week.
No, that's exactly right, man. So, how important is it for a big rivalry game like this that we are at our home crowd and, the team gets the energy off of our own crowd?
Well, it's always nice to play at home and be here at the Eagles Nest. So we want to feed off our crowd. You know, we always have a kind of a late arriving crowd, so we got to get into this game really quickly, and we got to set the tone, and you know, so St. Mary's, they're going to give us everything they've got, so we've got to be able to counter that. So we're ready to roll, I think.
No, you're exactly right. And just kind of finally, so you kind of referred to this being as that rivalry game. So what does this game mean for the team and the community?
Well, it means everything. You know, you got a team that we're playing another Catholic school, same diocese. You know, obviously that's with the same bishop. These kids know each other. You know, they some of the boys there date some of the girls at our school and vice versa. So, you know, they know each other. They're always on TikTok and they're Snapchatting together. So it's going to be interesting. And so they just want to beat each other. So we just got to be better than them tonight.
No, that's right, Coach. We'll see what happens whenever the lights come on tonight. Good luck to you, man, and we'll catch you after the game.
Go Eagles.
All right, I got to get you guys some water.
All right, that was a few words from Coach Perkins about tonight's ball game. And once we get Ryan back up here and get him settled in, we'll be coming right back to you. You are watching Eagles football on 446 Sports.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
All right, we are back to the Trios press box here at the Nest for Menard High School football tonight. I've got a special guest tonight. He's going to be helping me out on the broadcast, and Ryan Bricata. Ryan, you did a great job on that reporting tonight.
Well, good. You know, I think I just broke the ice whenever I went down there. I got all the first-time jitters out, so right now I think it's just time to move forward.
It's just trying to move forward, and just it's like what we always talk about. Just get up here. You watch what these, watch the kids right now, and we're just talking football, and go out and watch these young kids and young men go out there and play the sport they love, and we're excited to have you up here tonight, and I know we'll be seeing each other probably down the line again. Probably I think with Port Barry game.
Yep, I think it's the
Church Point or Port Barry, one of the two.
That's right.
When we go down there, so tonight we're going to be. We've got a couple of sponsors, our sponsors we want to mention tonight, Explorer, Alexandria, and Pineville, which is our title sponsor. We're also going to be looking for the Southern Air Heating and Cooling Cool Player of the game. We also want to thank Wallace Ice and Associates for our scoreboard, and you can catch our score on there. And you can scroll down on the bottom, and you'll see the Sadler's Towing scrolling scoreboard, which you'll be able to see the 446 games that are going on in the area, especially the game between Pineville and Tioga.
Yeah, that's great. Anybody that watches or keeps up with high school football on a Friday night, that's what they're doing. They're watching a game. They're wondering who's winning some of the local games or their alma mater, who's winning that game. So that comes into play big time whenever you're watching some of these games.
It does, and also you'll be able to, scroll down there and catch the Ashes down in Destrehan playing a very good Destrehan ball club tonight. And, one of our teams played last night was Buckeye. They came our way with a 26-25 victory over South Bow last night. And
that was a close game.
That was a close game, and I talked to John about it, today, and, Buckeye, he'll be coming here in a couple of weeks. It's a pretty physical ball club.
Yep.
And so they were going in, right now Buckeye's 3-0.
3-0.
3-0 Buckeye.
And, kind of Menard historically has always had the rivalry between Buckeye because it historically has always played on that Thursday for the Squirrel Bowl. And tonight, another one of the Menard rivalry games being with the Bishop Bowl and all, so it's kind of neat to have two rivalry games.
It is, and speaking of the Bishop, the Bishop just comes and he's here with us tonight. So we're excited to have the Bishop Robert Marshall here tonight, and so we're definitely we're definitely in good hands tonight with the Bishop Robert Marshall here for the Bishop Bowl.
That's right. I know that's fun to see him in here. And
don't you feel so much better?
Absolutely.
I feel so much better. I got the Bishop here with us tonight, and so
maybe we'll try to steal a word from him in a second.
Exactly.
He's being inundated with everybody that walks in. Now, Robert, I went down to the field when I was talking to Coach Perkins, just kind of try to get a feel for what it feels like down there on the field right now. And it's a little warm right now, but I think when the sun goes down, it's going to be that perfect Friday night football weather.
It's football. We think about, we've been blessed with the weather. It hadn't been, I would say, hot. It's been comfortable, especially this time of year. Been a little dry. But the turf is fast. I call it the fast turf because, we hadn't had any rain in, over 3 weeks.
Really, and that's right. And this is only the second game we've played on it, so the turf is nice and plush right now.
Nice and flush.
It's like the perfect game field for it.
Exactly. So we'll get this, we're going to get this victory tonight against St. Mary's, and, next week we'll go on the road down to South Louisiana to play the Abbeville Tigers next week. So we're excited making that journey down to Abbeville and, catch some good Southern cooking down there while we're on our way down there. So I'm always looking forward to going down to Vermilion Parish next week. So when we come back, we'll go over some of the key plays of the game, and we'll be getting ready for the coin toss here shortly. And as the teams, make their way back on the field, so stay with us, and we'll be right back. You are watching Menard Eagle Football on 446 Sports.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view and gear up in our pro shop. Ready to elevate your golfing experience? Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
Somebody
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
All right, we're back here at the Trios press box here at Menard High School for the matchup between your Menard Eagles and the St. Mary's Tigers. Ryan, you and I went down before the game. We got to play on the field with the kids, throw a few footballs, which was pretty neat.
Yep.
And which I ain't thrown a football in a while, but we had a good time out there tonight.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. If coach is looking for an extra player, I'm not the one to put in for quarterback after what I did out there on the field while we were playing around.
Well, neither am I. I probably could go from a little wide receiver, and coach could probably put me in on that offensive line and maybe able to help them there.
Oh, there you go.
And then we also had the opportunity to go down to the concession stand down there where the guys were cooking hamburgers and everything else with Al Matthews and his guys, and so we got an early start on that food, as we always talk about, coming up here in Menard.
And I tell you what, I ate a hamburger last Friday. I don't know if you did, but it was a 10 out of 10. And I'm not just saying that, but it was a good, fat hamburger the way you want it.
Well, John, we were up here, and I got through eating that burger, and John goes, "How was that burger?" I said, "The only thing is I wish I'd had another."
Right.
Man, and we have Nick Morrow here that's doing our producing, and Landon Anderson, my son, doing the camera. But Nick, we always talked about the food, but he loved whoever brought us those sliders up here last week. Were great. The hamburgers, you can't find one better in town. It doesn't matter where you go. If you want a good burger, come over here and see Al and the guys at a Menard High School football game, because you're going to get one of the best burgers in town.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. Just the culture of a Menard football game on a Friday night. It's a very unique culture because Menard's such a small, close-knit school, and people are shuffling in right now. And tonight must be country western night, and the student section is getting full, and there's cowboy hats and cowboy boots, and everyone's set up in their tailgate spot cooking and all that. So it is just it's the place to be on a Friday night.
It's small. It's the greatest thing about small town community football on Friday nights. Okay, what do you want to do on Friday night? I want to go to a Menard High School football game.
That's it.
I know.
I'm looking in the crowd right now, and I see Matt Brunick's walking up the steps, and he was a former football player. He and I graduated school, and I see all these other people their kids are playing football, or they go to the school now, and that's just what they do on a Friday. They come out to Menard and come to the Nest and tell all the old lies about how good they used to be and all that?
Oh
and
yeah,
just
tell
laugh?
all those wise tales, don't they?
That's
you know,
right.
typical wise tales. You know, I mentioned this here a couple of, last week, Ryan, whenever I was going to school at Prompt Sucker a lot of years ago, and we were playing for Prompt Sucker, and we had practice out here on this field when, God, I must have been 40, that had to be 45 years ago, But it brings back a lot of memories, and, here we are, a nice brand new, I call it new facility because many years, Brian, you played on the.
Yeah, well, I was telling you that story earlier. Whenever I came to Menard, the field was open for the first official football game in 1998, and I was proud to be on that team that played the first football game on Menard's football field, and it's great to see that it's constantly gotten a little bit better over the years and just evolved, and I foresee it continuing to do that.
Great facility here. It's a great place to watch a football game. Like I said, and Ryan was mentioning, you could see the tents and the tents and the tents and see the smell of the barbecue going. And I'm telling you what, I bet you that's a pretty fun place to be down in that area down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I wasn't up here, I would be down there.
When I came over here this year, I felt at ease. I felt, it was whenever growing up and going to, Prompt Sucker, and a lot of these kids, they have their grandkids are even playing ball here, but I still felt at ease. It was like, I came back, because a lot of times your childhood memories when you're growing up are the ones that you're closest to. Not so much, maybe not your high school friends, but it's the ones you grew up with, and I tell you what.
Well, I know, and that's kind of something special that, especially Menard's team, a lot of these kids grew up playing football together at Prompt Sucker, and they've come through Prompt Sucker, Menard Junior High, and they're on the high school team now. And I know specifically speaking, my brother is Coach Sam down there, and he has been the head coach for a lot of these kids and actually coached them up from the 5th grade all the way up to his son's a junior right now, and coached them all the way through there.
And we also, we talked about how small and close-knit community this is. It's like Coach Sam's wife, Rebecca. Rebecca's grandmother and my mother were best friends, and actually their plots are right next to each other. So my late wife, Monica, is actually buried right next to Miss Rebecca's grandmother over in Greenwood. So here come the Eagles, comes the Eagles. All right, guys, here comes the Eagles here. We're fixing to get this thing started. In a few minutes, we're fixing to get the coin toss.
Yeah, it looks like we got about 7 minutes on the clock before the game starts. St. Mary's looks like they're lining up behind their banner.
And St. Mary's is going to come in. They're going to battle us, and like Coach talked about, their numbers are down, but they're going to lay everything on the line. They want to go home with that Bishop Trophy,
Well, you're right. A rivalry game, it doesn't matter what your record is. A rivalry game is always going to be a really good game because of what it is. And I know St. Mary's is 0-2 and Menard's 1-1 right now, so they have something to prove.
Exactly.
That they can compete and do all that. So I think it's going to be a good scrappy Friday night.
And they want to be the victors of the Bishop Trophy, that they're going to give out, because I read an article with Coach Sistrunk. They don't want to give that trophy back. So
that's right.
Yeah, they don't want to they want to bring that trophy back to Natchitoches.
And I can tell you one thing: the Menard Eagles are here to take it tonight.
They're ready. They're going to take it tonight. I think we're healthy. We're getting health back because last week was tough. You got a lot of these kids that were sick last week. And so we're fixing to go to our invocation with our prayer by Bishop Robert Marshall.
And now, Bishop Marshall.
Let us remember that we are in the holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Strong and faithful God, as we come together for this football game, we ask you to bless these athletes. Keep them safe from injury and harm. Instill in them respect for each other and reward them for their perseverance. Bless the communities of St. Mary's Catholic School and Holy Savior Menard Central High School, their faculty, staff, and students. Bless especially the alumni, parents, relatives, and friends of both schools gathered here for this game. May our prayer and our example give honor to the most holy names of our Savior Jesus Christ and of the Blessed Virgin Mary, the Immaculate Conception. And now let us pray as Jesus taught us. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we're back.
Hey, special shout out to the Troop 6 Boy Scouts for raising the flag for us tonight.
Oh yeah, and let's not forget, those young men put a lot of time and effort. And a lot of them are going to probably end up becoming Eagle Scouts. Am I right?
Well, and look, I got a special place in my heart because I'm a Troop 6 Eagle. So whenever I see those guys, I certainly give them a lot of respect.
Yeah, and I know John's not with us tonight, but I know his son Joseph is also in the Boy Scouts, and so we're gonna, those kids do a lot in this community, put in a lot of service to the community. So give a big shout out to them. When we're going out to the captains, it looked like for the coin toss tonight, and it looked like we got number 10 Cutter Knowles and we got number 17 Matthew Hicks for the Eagles.
That's right. So Robert, what do you think? If you win the toss, do you want the ball on a rivalry game, or do you want it in the second half?
I'm always a defer guy. I'm always want to get the second half because that's sort of. That's just me.
I'm with you, but on a rivalry game like this,
you want to go.
I want the ball.
You want the ball.
I want to score first. I want to set the pace.
Set the pace and set the tone, and go. Let's go punch them in the mouth early.
Yep.
And do that type of thing.
That's what I want.
I like your thinking, and I know it's number 79 Blaze Condit's out there, which I see Blaze, and Blaze is I've been knowing this young kid for St. Mary's since he was a young kid and very close to his mama. His grandmother, Miss Carla Rachel, who works over at the Radio Maria, and he has an uncle who played over at Pineville, River Thompson, who I got to see River, grow up, and was at his confirmation, and so I know the family for Blaze, so I wanted to sort of give a little shout out to them. Like you said, a lot of these kids, they know each other.
Well, I know that's what makes it so fun is that they do know each other, and that's kind of what makes it a little bit more special that they're just right up the road. So there's these kids, they know how to get on the internet and talk a little smack to each other. So I saw a couple videos going around where they were definitely doing that. So
Rebecca and Sam's got a cousin that plays for St. Mary's.
That's
so,
right.
There is they're not directly related to you, but with your brother and your sister-in-law,
that's one of those stories. They've been playing against each other for now since they were in junior high. So now this is just another year. I think this is his. This is Shallon's senior year. So this will be the last time they get to play against each other. So it looks like Menard is going to kick the ball off first.
And I didn't pay attention. I didn't know who actually won the toss, whether we won the toss or not. But it looked like the Eagles are going to kick off to. And we got our Jude Maida is going to do the kicking tonight, and so he'll be kicking off to look like the number 2 Michael French down here about the 15-yard line where he sets up, and also number 1 Kaylin Gandy is.
No, that's Shallon, yeah.
Shallon, okay, that's your best friend's son.
Shallon is T. Sam's cousin. So
okay, that's the cousin. Oh, see,
that's him.
All
and
right.
I think he also plays a wide receiver and a little bit of quarterback. So we'll be calling his name a good bit.
That's great. All right, we're set to kick off. We got the signal from the white hat, and we're off.
And it looks like a beautiful
kick down to about the 5-yard line, and looks like it's going to go in for a touchback. And that way, St. Mary's will set up first and 10 on the 25-yard line. Yeah, 25 is where we're going to get started here.
Yep, and Menard defense, led by one of the captains, is T. Sam Mercado.
Yeah.
So I know when I talked to him before the game today, he told me that he was ready for it. So I think he said St. Mary's likes to spread the ball out, which is how Menard likes to play defense.
Mm-hmm. You know, I got the opportunity to watch him on film, and they're very similar to us. You know, they're going to go with two wide receivers. They're going to go 3 wide receivers, single back in the spread formation. So these kids know what's going to come in at them.
Oh,
so here we first and 10 on the 25 or on the 20-yard line. My apologies, folks. The snap.
Looks like a
play action pass to number 9. He's going deep.
He's under it.
And he is under it. And he has made it, and he's all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Yep, tackled by Hicks. Thank God he was able to chase him down on that first play of the game.
Tackled by Matthew Hicks, but that was...
I think that was one of those plays. I think Menard's been thinking run, and they kind of snuck in a pass on the first
play action pass. It went deep on the first play of the game.
Yep, so let's see if Menard can hold them now. We're right on the edge of the red zone here.
First and 10 on the 20. One receiver, the snap to the running back. He's up to the middle for like a gain probably of about 3.
John Paul Thibodeau on the carry.
Yep, Thibodeau with the carry. He's going to be carrying the ball a lot tonight.
That's going to set up about a 2nd and 8 here. 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8 on the.
What's that like, about the 16?
Yeah, I'm trying to get about the 16, 17-yard line. I'm trying to get my eyes squared away.
Yep, and it looks like they're coming out in a shotgun formation.
Shotgun formation with the 2 tights here. And it looked like they tried to do a hard count, and they may have gotten us there.
Yeah, well, I think that's one of those things where that defense, they're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they're not ready for that hard count right now. They're ready to pin their ears back.
So that's going to put us a second 5-yard penalty. It's going to put us at 2nd and 2 with the 12-yard line. So.
Yep, let's see if we can't get a stop right here. Back them up a little bit. Coming out, still in that shotgun formation.
Still in that shotgun formation with the little bunch set right here.
Yeah, the H-backs on our side here.
Handoff number 18 there, and he goes around the right side. Looked like he's going to be for first down there.
Yeah, looks like he got the first down. He kind of bounced it to the outside a little bit there.
John Paul Thibodeau on the carry.
First and goal.
So first and goal, St. Mary's from the 6-yard line. 10:33 to go in the first quarter.
Yep, let's see if they stick
opening
to
possession.
This,
so
let's see if they stick to this shotgun whenever they're so close to the end zone like that. And it looks like they are.
Snap to Thibodeau. He goes around the left side and cuts back up to the middle. Maybe for a gain of a couple.
Looks like Brooks Juno got in on that tackle right there with the first big stop.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and goal from the between the 4 and the 5. So
no correction. That was Austin Perra with the initial stop on that. You know, it's always tough getting down early like this. It means you got to bounce back real quick.
You got to bounce back real quick, you know, because they just took the ball and they've gone, right now 70 some odd yards right now right off the bat. Handoff up to Thibodeau middle, and he stops for maybe a gain of a couple. So that's going to bring up what we call the money down right here, because they'll bring up 3rd And third and goal from the 2. Looked like Janice had to come off because of his helmet came off.
Uh-oh.
Or no, that was Jack Simpson, I'm sorry. So third down and goal on about the 2-yard line, 2.5-yard line.
2 receivers to the right.
Single down here on the bottom, hands up to number 6.
Oh,
and
big
he is
stop.
met by Jacob Janice there. Big stop by number 32. Jacob Janice. Big play there.
Big stop right there. That was a touchdown saving stop right there for sure.
He filled that hole right there. Ryan.
Yeah, I talked to Jacob before the game, and he said he was ready to hit some people tonight. So that was one of those plays he was ready for.
And it looks like, are they going to come out and they're kicking the field goal? It does.
Yeah, it looks like their kicker's out.
Wow,
So
you know, that's a good,
that's
hold
a
them
good
down
goal.
here.
That's a goal line stand
great
right there.
goal line stand right there. You know, filling the hole by Janice. You know, that come up there and make that big stick.
Let's see if we can't block this and keep it even right now. Looks like it's just an extra point distance, but
right. Carter, but anything can happen on these things. It looked like we got a whistle on the play. Okay, when I'm hearing.
Maybe that'll back them up a little bit,
Maybe
make
back
it a
'em
little
up
bit
5.
more tough.
So that's going to make it about 5 yards further. So we're looking at about a 30. Let's see.
So they're going to put it on the 10, so that'll make a 27-yard field goal.
27-yard field goal right here.
Going to be a 27-yard attempt by Hood.
The snap down is up, and it looked like it is coming up short.
That's
big goal line stand there, and they miss the field goal. So you know your Eagles are going. How about that defense there, baby?
Oh man, I tell you what, that was their kicker Carter Hogg right there. I don't think he got a piece of it, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of pressure coming in after him too, so that kind of maybe threw him off a little bit.
Yeah, I think he also got underneath that ball because he didn't have much height and had a lot of spin on it too. So I feel like he almost like he got under it too much. So the Eagles are going to take over 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line after that missed field goal attempt. So the Eagles are going to come out 2 receiver side, 1 to the far side, with Eden Moran in the backfield along
Jake Vaughn, quarterback.
With Jake. The snap looked like a screen, and Jake is flushed out of the pocket to your right side, and he looked like he over.
Yep, slide overthrow.
Intended for Dozad, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Overthrew Zach Dozad on the play. So that's going to set up a 2nd and 10 on the 20.
He had a little bit of time there. I think he was waiting for Hicks to get open.
Get Hicks down here on the flats, and then he had to go back out and go around. Got flushed out to his left side. 2nd and 10, 7:37 to go in the first quarter. Hand off to Aiden Moran up the middle. It looked like he may have lost a yard on the play there.
Yeah, you always got to keep them honest on the run.
Exactly.
If you're a passing team, you got to run it, and eventually you're going to break one through. And Aiden Moran, he's shown that he can do that.
And Aiden had unfortunately a week ago last year, had that season injury in the Gina game, which about 3 of them did. So it's great to see Aiden back here, at full strength. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Jake drops back. He's under heavy pressure. He's getting scrambled out to the left side. Look like he's going to take it, and
he's going to go.
He's going to go. And look like he's going to pick up about 20.
Yep.
For the first down there. Jake Vaughn on the move there.
Yeah, look, did you see that side of the field was wide open? So whenever he saw that, he just took the ball and ran with it.
Exactly.
Moving the chains.
Jake does a great job with down. He sees the field so well.
He does.
And and that makes him so much difficult to prepare for, whether we're going to throw it or, he sees it and he sees there's an open, he's going.
And believe it or not, too, him being a left-handed quarterback throws off defenses.
It throws up defenses, exactly. First down and Eagles on the 35-yard line. Handoff to Aiden up the middle. Looked like he's grabbed by the neck.
Still getting some positive yards.
He's got some positive yards. Looked like he picked up about 4 yards on the play.
I like that.
All right. Look like, okay, that's right. We are at the 6-minute mark for our mandatory hydration break. You are watching Menard Eagles football on 446 Sports. We'll be right back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call.
All right, we're back. 2nd and 5, Eagles on the 40-yard line. We just finished the mandatory water break. So Jake's going to take the snap.
He sees something out there.
He sees something different. Hand off to Aiden up the middle. It looked like he may have gotten right back to the line of scrimmage on that play. So that's going to set up a 3rd down and about 5 yards to go.
Yeah, a lot of times Menard likes to run the no-huddle offense, which I love. Just wear that defense down, get them on their heels. And then, that's when you're going to break one, is whenever you get them on their heels a little bit, they don't get time to regroup.
St. Mary's comes out into like a 4-2-5 front.
Hicks down here on the near side to us.
Looks like we got a timeout by Menard. I tell you what, for just a few minutes, we'll take another break. You are watching Menard Eagles here on 446 Sports.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
All right, we are back here from the Trios press box on Versailles. We set up with a 3rd down and 5 yards to go for the Eagles. 2 receivers far side, 2 to the near. Jake drops back. He's looking. He's pressured. Throws across the middle to Matthew Hicks. It looked like he's going to pick up a 1st down there.
Absolutely. Look, at least a 10-yard catch right there.
Yeah.
He was wide open. Beautiful play by Jake. He saw the pressure coming. He saw Hicks open. He waited in there, threw a great pass
under
to
the
him.
pressure. A lot of these quarterbacks, when they see that, they're going to go out. They're going to either scramble outside the pocket. He stood in there, took the hit, and completed the pass to Matthew Hicks.
Now, Matthew Hicks has had a great season this year. He's had some great plays, great long plays, especially in the Jamboree up in Natchitoches.
And then came back with a 3-touchdown performance, there at Northwood Lena a couple of weeks ago. 3 receivers near side. Jake takes a snap. He's looking left. Screen, a little outside screen to Zach Dozot. Looked like he's here to pick up about 7 yards. Zach Dozot for pick up about 7 yards on the play.
Hey, look, that's the play. You know, if you feel that pressure coming, you dump it right over them, and then you got an open field right there.
We love running that screen, especially those wide receivers. Get those guys, Zach Dozot, Matthew Hicks, Cutter Knowles in space, and let them do their thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get 5-6 yards off of it, I mean, that's what you need.
Exactly. 2 receivers far side, 2 to the near. Jake's taking a look. He's dropping back. He's going across the middle to Matthew Hicks.
Wide
Matthew
open.
Hicks catches,
and he's gone.
He's gone. 10, 5, touchdown, Eagles.
That's just what we were talking about. I mean, he just hit right up the middle. He broke a couple tackles, and he was off to the races right there.
Matthew Hicks, you get him in space by himself, and there's not too many people that they're going to catch him.
What a beautiful pass. What a beautiful run.
That's going to set up, that's going to be one of the candidates for the Southern Air heating and cool play of the game right there. And that's also going to classify for our drive of the game by Louisiana Athletic Club. Made it that for the extra point, and it is good.
Great. Good job, Maida.
Good job.
I had a long conversation with Maida this morning, a little while ago about his kicking, and he hasn't had very much experience kicking field goals, but he's done a lot of extra points this year, and he has been money every single time.
Great drive. We're going to take a break for just a minute. You are watching Menard Eagle Football on 446 Sports. We are back. 3:42 to go in the first quarter. The Eagles just went 80 yards, and it finished it off with a Matthew Hicks touchdown pass. And so that's going to lead us into the Links on the Bayou drive of the game, and also going to lead us up to the Southern Air heating and cooling play of the game. It's also going to give us a candidate for the player of the game when it comes at the end of the night too. So great drive by the Eagles there. After St. Mary's missed the field goal on their first drive, Jude Maida hits a little knuckler down about the 15-yard line, picked up by number 2 Michael French, and he goes up the middle. Looked like he's going to be met by a host of Eagles. Looked like he's down about the 30-yard line.
Yep. Hey, that's a fun kick right there. You kick those, they're going to drop those a lot of times. So I like that kick to them.
That's where St. Mary's is going to set up, but they're going to set up about 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line.
Let's see that Eagle defense stop them right here, prevent that pass again. Seems like the house is packed up pretty good tonight.
Oh, look at the kids down in the end zone. We were talking about that with the St. Mary's setting up their cameras, and I said, you probably want to go to the other end zone because there's going to be a lot of people in the north end zone. Hand off to Thibodeau up to the going around the right side. Looked like he's going to pick up a couple there.
Yep, looks like their quarterback was under center that time, not shotgun formation. And when I was talking to the coaches about that, I think past games, they have noticed a lot of the trends of them running the ball outside and not in the shotgun formation. So I wonder if that was a bit of a surprise to them whenever they saw that.
These coaches put in, so much time. They know every personnel that comes in, on what, whether they're going shotgun, whether they're under center. They put in so much work to notice these tendencies. 2nd down and 9.
Motion to the near side.
3 receivers, quarterback scrambles to the right side. He looked like he's pressured up the middle, and he takes off. And look, got pushed out about the 45-yard line, picked up about 15 on the play.
Yep, Brooks Juneau kind of saved us there on that, pushing him out. He had a lot of open field right there in the middle.
A lot of open field there.
He definitely wanted to pass it right there. I think he just saw the opportunity that there was that the pocket kind of collapsed right in front of him, so he just ran with it.
You know, those athletic quarterbacks like that, you know, if they see something like that, they're fixing to, and they got that opening. You know, even with Jake, they're gonna take off and run it and try to get that first down.
For sure. Back in the shotgun formation.
First and 10, Tigers on the 45-yard line. Hand off to Thibodeau around the left side. Looked like he's met by a host of Eagles for possibly pick up about 1 or 2 on the play.
He sure was. That was a great read by the linebackers right there. They filled the gap right there.
Jack Simpson, you know, hit him right in the hole along with
who's that?
Janice, I believe, and there was a host of them.
Second and 8.
Yeah, I see Hayden Kidd got a piece of that too. A couple Eagles out sick tonight, so we've got some replacements in there. I think Hayden Kidd was one of those that they were going to expect a lot of out of tonight.
Second and 8. 1:34 to go in the first quarter. Eagles are up 7-0. Quarterback drops back. He scrambles left. He takes off running. Looked like he made a big hit. Jack Simpson for a gain of maybe only 1 on the play.
Yep, big hit right there. He came up and closed the gap pretty quick right there because I saw a lot of green grass right there, so that was a great stop.
You know, he came up and, you know, that's the thing about being a quarterback. And, you know, for those linebackers coming up, and you're basically almost one-on-one, you know. And if you miss him, you know, he thinks to pick up some big yards.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, but
we got less than a minute left in the quarter here. We'll see if they're going to get a playoff for sure because the play clock is down to almost 10.
Great job by Jack Simpson on that play. You know, Ashton Johnson, big quarterback for you know, St. Mary's. A big, good looking athlete right there. He steps back. He's looking across the middle. He's got a receiver. Incomplete pass, and you know, number 1, he took a big hit.
He sure did.
He took a big hit right there.
I'm not sure if he would have held on to the ball had he catch
held on to it or not. So that
was actually Shallon Gandy again. That's the kid that broke the long pass last time.
And that's the kid that's a friend of the Mercados.
That's
your
right.
family.
That's right.
Shallon, okay, I got to get that right. Brings up 4th down on the 48-yard line. Looks like St. Mary's is back to punt.
Sam Mercado's back to receive that punt. Let's see if he'll get any action on it.
Sam is set up about the 12-yard line. And the kick, it looked like an end over end.
Looks like he's going to catch it.
He looked like he's going to catch it. He is going to be swarmed by a bunch of St. Mary's Tigers, and look like he's going to be stopped at the 20-yard line. So we're going to take a break and come right back. We got 27 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We're going to continue on. Okay, we're going to continue on and work through this break because we'll be coming back for a break here in just a second.
Yeah, you noticed that first quarter went by pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. Right now we're only at about 23 minutes for the first quarter.
Yeah, with a touchdown and a couple passes. So they're moving along pretty good right now.
Eagles 1st and 10 on the 20. We got Zach Dose on the far side. 2 receivers near side. Look like Matthew Hips, Cutter Knowles to the near side. Jake takes a snap to Aiden Moran. He goes up the middle for maybe a gain of about 1. And that's probably going to be the last play before the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, I think so. I tell you what, looking at that play right there, if he could have got past that first initial set of Tigers right there, I think that he would have been off. It looked like it was pretty empty after that.
I think we're probably just going to – folks, that's going to be the end of your first quarter. End of the first quarter, your Menard Eagles are up 7-0. We're fixing to get ready to start the second quarter from about the 21-yard line. You are watching Menard Eagles football on 446 Sports. We'll be right back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
All right, we are back. Started the second quarter. The Eagles are going to go first and 10 on the 21-yard line. If you're watching on the screen, they'll be going from your right to the left. Oops, looked like we may have tried to get him on a hard count there. Jake takes a snap to Aiden up the middle. Looked like he's going to broke it. Looked like he's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play.
That's what I was saying.
Just like you were talking about. Looked like that's probably going to be enough for a first down there.
Yeah, if not, it's going to be real close. But I think that was the idea. You know, you're going to wear that defensive line down, and then you're going to be able to break those.
You know, with the lane and those big guys up front, just keep wearing on them, keep wearing on them.
Giving us the first down.
Now they're getting the first down. We just had a little, miscommunication on the down marker over there. You ever done that before? Worked this chains?
No.
I did it for, a time, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I guess depending on the game, you may have to do a lot of running.
First and 10 Eagles. 31-yard line. Jake takes a snap, hand off to Aiden up the middle. Looked like keep those legs going. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, or may have actually. Yeah, it looked like he's about the line. Picked up about 1 on the play.
Man, I tell you what, did you see? He ran into a crew of people right there. If he could have bounced that out to the outside just a little bit, I think he would have had a lot of green.
I've worked those chains before, and you hear a lot of stuff whenever you're on that other side. You hear a lot of stuff. Second and 9 for the Eagles. 10:40 to go in the first quarter. Jake takes a snap. He drops back. He looked like he's going deep down the near side, and just out of the hands of Zach Dozad. Good play by number 2, Michael French on the play. He was with him right there.
It was a beautiful pass.
Beautiful
it was
pass,
right on the money right there.
I mean, man-on-man coverage down here at the bottom. That'll bring up a third down and about 9 on the play. We got one early score on our Sadler scrolling scoreboard. Tioga is up 14-7 over at Pineville in the first quarter.
Yeah, it looks like Ash might have their hands full. It's the first quarter there, and it's 0-0 right now for Ash and Destrehan.
I see a Destrehan 7-0. I got a score right here.
Okay.
Destrehan 7-0 over Ash in the first.
Screen
middle
pass.
Screen over the pass to Michael Hicks. Looked like he came up, may have picked up about 2 yards on the play. That's going to bring up a fourth down.
Yeah, Matthew Hicks has been that guy to go to in a clutch situation. He was there. It was a good little pass. I just wasn't long enough.
Love to run in that middle screen. Get these, like we said earlier, get these wide receivers in action, especially on screens, and get them going. And Matthew can take something very small, and he can take it to the house at any time. Look like Jake's gonna be back to punt. 4th down and 5.
Yeah, sometimes if he's not afraid to take these
he's
fake
not
punts.
Afraid to take it. If he sees something, we got delay of the game is what we're hearing. Delay of the game on the Eagles, so that's going to mark us back 5 more yards, and so that's going to still be at 4th and 10, and we still have the punt unit out on the field.
Yeah, harder to do a fake punt with the 4th and 10.
Yeah, we're only
not unless you see something that that you can make happen.
Exactly.
Especially on your side of the field.
30-yard line. Jake's back to punt.
Gets
into that left leg and hopefully look like it's going to go out about the 40-yard line.
Yep, about 35 it looks like.
35-yard line. That's where St. Mary's will set up 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Eagles are up 7-0 with 9:28 to go in the first quarter. We'll just keep it right here, and
Yep, you know that Menard defense is it's one of the better defenses Menard's had in a few years right now. So it's nice to see them get the goal line stance earlier and not be scored on yet.
Exactly. St. Mary's comes out. They got single receiver on the top side, 2 on the bottom. Hand off to Thibodeau up the middle. He's going to go around the left side, and he's going to look like he's going to goes around the left side. He probably picks up 25 on the play. Big first down for Thibodeau.
Big stop right there. I know that the last guy got him, but man, I tell you what, had he not,
Thibodeau was taking it to the house.
That was Cutter Knowles on the last man stop right there. So good job to him.
First and 10, St. Mary's on the 31-yard line.
Yep, you don't want to give up those big chunk plays.
Don't want to give up those big plays. Look like they got us on the hard count there. Probably go offsides by the Eagles.
And I tell you what, one thing from a defensive coordinator, they hate
that
when you jump offsides
when you
like
jump
that.
offside.
Especially if you do it multiple times in a game. And I know the head coach, the defensive coordinator pretty good because it's my brother, and I know that he might have a few words to say at halftime.
When you're watching the ball, you're watching the ball.
That's right.
You're watching down the line. You're watching the ball. 1st and 5 for the Eagles. Thibodeau gets the ball, goes around the left side again.
Could have been a big stop behind the line.
Looked like he may have picked up about 1 on the play. T-Sam Mercado on the tackle. That's going to set up a 2nd and about 4, 2nd and 5.
Yep, when I talked to T-Sam earlier, he was hoping that they would spread it out to the outside a little bit so he could shuffle over there and make those stops. I think that's what he was hoping for, were those types of plays.
Coach talked about, at the beginning of the game that we're going to get their best shot tonight. And look like both of us are giving each other the best shot tonight.
No, that's for sure.
8:30 to go in the first quarter. Quarterback drops back, goes back across the middle. Incomplete pass. Incomplete.
That was Kidd. Kidd was right there, and he was ready to hit him if he would have caught it.
Hayden Kidd, That's going to set up about a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 on the play. I tell you what, this quarter's moving right along. We're already down to 8:27 to go in the second quarter. We're fixing to go to halftime. St. Mary's comes out 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side.
It's a big play right here.
Big play, the 3rd down. Got to capitalize on 3rd down. Quarterback rolls. He's looking deep down in the flats, and he's got a receiver down at about the 13-yard lines for a 1st down.
That was the receiver, Cole Yupp.
Cole Yupp.
He barely got his 2 feet in right there. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I think a little bit more pressure on the quarterback would have been nice on a play like that. It felt like he had a little bit of time. So
marching their way down to the goal line. You're right, and we're down at the 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line. Get a big stop right here by the Eagles. Quarterback takes the ball, takes a keeper. It looked like he goes up the middle and gains maybe about 2 or 3 on the play.
That was T-Sam on the
stop.
T-Sam
on the stop there.
T-Sam on the stop.
Boy, a turnover sure would be nice right here.
Oh, great turn. We always love turnovers for the opposing team. Big crowd here tonight at the Nest.
Under center.
Toss out to Thibodeau, goes around the left side, took a big hit. May have gained about maybe 1 on the play.
Yep. That's the read that they were looking for, were those sweeps like that. All right, we're back to our third right here. So
third down, our money down right here. Let's try to, hold them here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're seeing what their kicker did last time, if he can kick a field goal this far. So it would be nice to get a stop right here and force them. St. Mary's taking a timeout.
Take a timeout, and we're going to be right back here with a big third down play. You are watching Menard Eagles football on 446 Sports.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
All right, we're back. We got a big third down, 6:37 to go in the half. I want to give a shout out to a couple more of our sponsors. BU Designs, Premier RV and Boat and Storage, Jason Hawk State Farm, the Lulug Group, Richard Stock Farm Bureau, and BK Distributors. Big third down right here for St. Mary's. Big one for the Eagles right here. 3 receivers near side. Quarterback takes a snap. He looked like he's dropped back.
Big hit.
Big hit. Big hit.
He didn't get much.
Didn't get much. Great job by Jack. Jack Simpson came up and made a big hit on the play. That's going to set up another fourth down.
Yep, you can always tell Jack he's got those bright neon cleats on,
Yeah,
so whenever
does.
he comes flying through, you know he's coming.
Yeah, big hit by Jack Simpson on the play there. It's going to be a fourth down for the Tigers.
And it looks like they're going
for it.
Water break?
Mandatory 6-minute water break, folks.
So just taking a quick peek around the stadium right now, it looks like the student section is filled up. It looks like some people are still kind of walking on the track, and all the tailgaters are still tailgating, and it's a great crowd.
Great crowd. You know, at halftime we're going to have the Golden Eaglettes are going to be performing at halftime. So we'll, stay tuned with us during halftime, and we'll be able to watch them, perform as well. They do a great job.
Robert, I see a couple people eating hamburgers down there, so they're taking our advice. So I like that.
Well, exactly. It doesn't get much better than this. And plus we can't forget about our Eagle Corps down here, the drum line, making all that noise with those the drums, Those guys do a tremendous talent playing.
Yeah, listen, they're small, but they're mighty.
They're mighty. You're a musician. Landon's a musician. Landon's a drummer. Hey.
Yeah, so here's a funny fact real quick before they get back to playing. Whenever I played, we didn't have a drum corps. We had a jazz band that played here. So they played guitar and all kinds of weird things like that.
Snap to number 9. Looked like he's faking the play to cross the middle on a slant. It looked like they converted for a touchdown. Hayden Nelson for St. Mary's on the touchdown.
Yep.
So that makes it a 7-6 pending the extra point there.
Man, it was good coverage too, man.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good little throw.
Exactly. It looked like they ran a little, slant across the middle with man coverage.
Well, that's not what we wanted right there, but we still have time in the second quarter here. Let's see if we can't rattle this kicker one more time and see
what happens here. Hogue's in for the extra point for St. Mary's.
Bad snap.
Bad snap. They call fire.
And we're going to get the stop.
We're going to get the stop on the play.
Helmet off, too.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Does not get in.
That was a big stop by Janice.
Big stop there. A lot of times when I said fire, a lot of times they know if it's a bad snap, they're going to, we're going to play, to go to the end zone.
Yep,
So
I think Janice read that the whole time.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I do think there's probably a personal foul.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yep, that's Janice with the personal foul on that play. I think he was a little excited. He hit the guy right there on the goal line and knocked him out, knocked his helmet off, and I think he was happy about it.
So that makes it still a 7-6 ball game.
Plenty of time to march down the field and get one in. I see Father Luke down on the sideline over there.
I saw that, and Father Luke's got that, our famous number 61, hat on, a tribute to Michael Award,
Yep.
We also got our Lamar Gafford from Semi Prep Sports down here on the sidelines, along with Colin Vitros from KALB's down over there. So, we got some guys out here tonight.
Yeah, I do remember playing high school football. After a football game, what we would always do was we'd go to BJ's Pizza and eat pizza, and we would watch the point after show and see if we could find a clip with us in it. So it's great to see those guys continuing that show and that program.
Look what's coming up. You see
Uh-oh.
it? Oh, yeah.
Looks like it might be a hamburger.
Look like we got some food coming up here. Al Matthews and the crew bringing up some food. So it looked like the Eagles are going to get the kickoff after the penalty. It looked like St. Mary's is going to kick off from the 45-yard line here. All right, here we go. 5:53 to go in the first half.
Let's see what kind of kickoff we're going to get here. And it's a pretty decent little kick.
Looks like we're going to.
T-Sam's going to pick that up.
T-Sam's picking the ball up.
Going to try to find a gap. A little bit of a fumble on the carry.
Yeah.
Kind of slowed him down a little bit. Someone's moving slow on the St. Mary's side over there. Looks like they're number 2, actually. That's
Michael French.
Yep, who's actually played a decent little part of their game so far. Well,
1st and 10 from the 10.
We got a lot of field to march up.
Yes.
But if we can just break one of those plays out, we get big chunk yardage right here, and then we can just grind the rest out.
1st and 10 Eagles, 10-yard line, 5:55 to go in the middle.
There he goes.
Moran up the middle, breaks one. Look like he's going to pick up about 11 yards on the play.
Yep.
Brings up about the 21-yard line.
That's good. Keeps the clock running.
Keeps the clock running. We do receive the second half kickoff. So it'd be nice to come down here. Let's get the point, score a touchdown, and use up a lot of that clock. Then
That's
we
right.
can, get the second half kickoff, and. Jake takes a snap, quarterback keeper. He goes back up the middle, and he's grinding for a gain of about 2 or 3 yards on the play.
Yep, that looked like it was by design too.
Looked like it was by design.
2nd and 5.
$4:58 to go in the half. Jake drops back. He's looking across the middle. It looked like the pocket just completely collapsed.
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure on him.
A lot of pressure on him. Looked like we probably took a loss of about 7 yards on the play. So
yeah, I think he was looking for a deep pass right there.
He was, and he was big pressure coming up the middle, and he had no place to go. 3rd and 13 on the play.
Now you're forced to try to make a nice long pass. You got to get off of your half of the field right here.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's too much clock to want to give the ball back to them.
3rd and 12. Middle screen to Cutter Knowles and incomplete pass. So that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yep, punt team's going to run on out. Let's see if we can't get a good punt with a good bounce.
And just try to hold them, before half.
Yeah. But now they know that they're gonna have to kick the ball off, so they're going
to try to push the field down.
Absolutely.
Push the ball down the field.
Is that Michael French back to receive for them?
It looked like Michael French back there about the 44-yard line to receive the punt from Jake. This drive right here with Aiden, end over end punt to number 2 French, and looked like there's going to be a flag on the play. It looked like he got stood up at the 50-yard line. We're going to see what this flag is all about here.
We got flags everywhere here.
Yeah.
White Hayward makes a stop for the Eagles.
Yep, Hayward in on the stop on that. Looks like it's going to be a coach was in the white sideline warning on that.
Okay.
So they're going to back him up a little bit more.
The sideline warding. There's a line that comes right down, on the sideline, and that's for the protection of the officials. And
Okay.
Here we go. We set up. St. Mary's sets up on the 46-yard line. 1st and 10. 3:23 to go in the first half.
Looks like a stunt coming through.
Big stop. Big stop. We had a different quarterback in there. It looked like Jack. Was that Jack Simpson?
T-Sam.
T-Sam?
Yep, that was a big stop.
On the big stop right there on the sack.
Maybe about a 10-yard loss on that.
Looked like we came out. We had a different quarterback.
On
that play as well.
Yeah, they what they told me earlier was whenever they put their second quarterback in, it was more than likely going to be a run. So I think T-Sam saw that. They called a blitz whenever that happened, and it paid off.
It paid off. 3 receivers near side.
Another stunt.
Over the quarterback drops out, and he is
big
tackled
stop
for another big stop right there.
Janice in on that one. We are backing them up another 10 yards.
Is that Jack?
Was that Jack? Yep, no, that's Janice.
Janice.
Yep.
Jacob Janice on the big sack right there. It's going to set up a 3rd and long.
3rd and 30, it looks like.
3rd and long.
Well, that's a. Now, hey, look, now you've got them pinned.
You got them pinned. Now we got them back on their side of the field. We could start using. We get them right here. We could start taking some of these timeouts, and we got an opportunity to go back down and get a score before half.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. This defense is no joke. Maybe we're on to something here. Delay?
Or a time. Is it a timeout?
Timeout St. Mary's.
Timeout St. Mary's.
I think they saved it because it was going to be a delay.
Right. Tell you what, we're just going to, we'll just keep it right here for, a moment.
Well, we talked about this before the game that this was going to be a pretty good chess match right here. I mean, and here we are 7-6, almost going into halftime. So it's proven to be true.
And both teams are just laying it on the line.
They definitely are.
And they are, and the coaches are going to go in at halftime, try to make that second half adjustment. Try to figure out what worked with us first half and what didn't work with us, and see if we can work that in in the second half and try to get some separation.
No, that's it. And that happens a lot. You go into halftime and you make that adjustment, and the second half becomes a whole new game. But it would definitely be nice to get the ball back right here. And they're going to have to do something if they're going to get 30 yards on the third down here.
You know, looks like they got twins down here on the bottom. You know, Thibodeau rolls out, screen up the middle. Looked like it went nowhere.
Yeah.
So that's going to set up a 4th and long, and we're fixing to get the ball back. You know, here in pretty decent field position right here, probably right around the 35. You know, T-Sam probably set up about the 30.
Yep.
You know, and anything can happen right here. Bad snap over the head.
Hey, look, I tell you what, I wouldn't be afraid to call it.
No.
Tell them to pin their ears back and go for them.
Here, or we, you know, so we got 2:08 to go in the 2:08 to go in the half. It looks like, you know, we should get the ball back here. Snap to the punter. Look like he's going to have a little sort of a, you know,
wobbly little punt.
Wobbly little punt.
He's going to take it and run.
Sam picks it, and he's going right up the middle. Looks
Find
like he's
some
got
green grass.
Green grass. Cuts back across the middle.
Okay. He's still up.
And that's where the Eagles are going to set up on the 35-yard line with 1:52 to go in the first half. We're going to take a break here, and we're going. You are watching Menard Eagles football on 446 Sports. All right, but we're back. 1st and 10 Eagles. 1:52 to go in the first half. Try to get us a, you know, drive down and get us some points here right before half. This will be huge.
Yeah, you know, when you run the 2-minute drill here, big things happen.
Big things happen. Jake up the middle. Looked like a straight quarterback keeper straight up the middle for about 8. Jake for about 8 yards on the play.
Yep, looks like the clock is still running. So
I don't know how many timeouts we have to go in the half, but you know, sooner or later, if we got some, you know, coach will start using that to conserve that clock. Jake dropped back across the middle to look like Matthew Hicks across the middle.
Yeah, we got the first down, so they're going to stop the clock whenever they move the chains. Looks like our offense is set and ready to go.
Put us right here at the 50-yard line. You know,
this is really where can wear a defense down right here.
Yes.
Just quick moving.
Quick. Jake gets. Jake nowhere to go. Probably lost about two on the play there.
May want to call a timeout, get the clock stopped. But they're just going to get back up and try to run play. We do get the ball back after halftime here, so it'd be nice to get the ball back after a touchdown.
2nd and 11, ball on the 48-yard line. Pressure from the left side, pass over the middle of Matthew Hicks again, battling.
Looks like he got 5 yards.
About 5 or 6, maybe 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring us down to about third and about 5. Eagles are going to take a timeout here. We'll just keep it right here. You know, 42 seconds left to go in the half. You know,
6-7, driving right now.
You know, the Menard.
It looks like what I think we have one more timeout after this.
Yep. Okay, we have one more timeout after this. You don't want to go into the half with that, you know, holding, you know.
No, if you're driving,
you use those.
High school rules, they do stop the clock whenever they move the chains, so you get a little bit of a break on that. So if we can get this 5 yards, get our first down, have our play ready to go, and then we can just keep on rolling like that.
You know, you're going to enjoy a great second, you know, at halftime show with the Lady Eaglettes, you know. Great job there. Miss Laborde does a great job with those girls.
I taught her everything she knows.
Taught her every. Third and 5. Jake drops back. He's scanning. Looked like he got heavy pressure up the middle.
Got to call a timeout.
Loss of about 10 on the play.
Looks like the clock is still running.
Looked like we're probably going to take it straight on into the half. instead of.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Yeah.
They came up heavily. They blitzed us pretty heavily there on that play, and the pocket once again collapsed, and Jake didn't have any place to go. So it looked like there's going to be a timeout by St. Mary's on the play.
Oh, looks like they want to get the ball back with a second or two.
They want to get the ball back. Maybe if we set up front formation, they'll probably want to come after us, try to get that quick score.
Maybe so.
Excuse me.
Well, it looks like Coach Redmond, he knows that his offensive line is better than what that was just right there. So now you got to be nervous on the punt here.
Yeah.
Even though you thought you were just going to be able to kneel it out and go into halftime and regroup. Yep, Vaughn back to punt.
Yeah. I know it's got to be frustrating. The drive before we had, when Aiden on that first down play, we didn't capitalize on that drive. Then we had the ball in good field position here and just didn't capitalize here as well. So I know
that's been par for the course for both sides.
Both sides.
It's been a defensive game for sure, and they definitely brought the horses.
Great punt by Jake. It looked like it's going to go down. Oh, he picks it up inside the 10-yard line. Oh, tackled immediately.
Lost a helmet there. It looked like he was going for the ball, but that didn't happen.
No, that's going to, folks, that's going to bring us to the end of the first half. At halftime, your Menard Eagles are up 7-6 over the St. Mary's Tigers. We will come right back here in a moment and talk about a little bit about the first half, as the Menard Eaglettes, take the field for their halftime performance. You are watching Menard Eagles football on 446 Sports.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view and gear up in our pro shop. Ready to elevate your golfing experience? Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Energy and love for the Eagles. They are led by co-captains Alice Fingleton and Emily Wolf and Captain Leah Bolton. Ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Eaglettes. Big hand for the Golden Eaglettes.
All right. Are we on? Okay. We're at halftime. Your Menard Eagles are up 7-6 over St. Mary's. Tonight's our special guest. We got Principal Chris Gatlin with us. Chris, pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Great seeing you. Great having you up here with us tonight.
Yep. Appreciate you guys being here.
You know, Chris, you and I go back a long way. I know you're when you were, playing baseball with Coach Boniel over at Ash with a lot of the same, close friends that I'm, grew up with.
Right.
So, here we are, and we're, wearing that.
We're old now.
We're old now, exactly. And your daddy and I were in the Lions Club together many years ago, and then you went to Louisiana College with Landon's late my mama and my late wife Monica. So we go back a long way. And,
long time.
Long time. But we're glad to have you. What's going on here at Menard? The great things that are fixing to happen here at Menard, and
just a lot of good stuff. We got some landscaping projects going on. We had a distinguished alumni, Mr. Harry Longwell, came in last year and challenged us to do some things and made a very generous donation. He and his wife Norma, and we're about to start seeing some work on some live oaks and magnolias and some signage at the front of the school. It's really good.
I saw the plans on the Facebook page, and they're going to be trees and not only in the parking lot, but covering the front of the school and around the side. And I know that's just one phase of it. It's going to really, it's almost going to be like a beautification project.
It is.
Here at Menard.
Well, his idea when he walked around and he saw the kids in the classroom, he said great things are going on in the classroom, but the outside doesn't reflect the good stuff that's going on inside.
Exactly.
So he wants the outside to set off. We're a hidden gem out here on 28 West, and he wants everybody to see it when they come by and know what it is.
And what a great school, the field, the support among the community. We always talk about the community. In this place, it really is. It's a gem.
It's a great community.
It's a
it really
great
is.
Community.
It really is.
And congratulations to you. 'Cause I know we got about 11% enrollment, this year.
Yes,
and
our people work hard to get kids in. Of course, we got some good feeder schools, and some of that's being featured tonight. Prom Sucker was playing out here the other night in a football game, and they'll play some basketball games here on campus. And of course, St. Mary's is a school in the diocese too, so the diocese is doing well. Superintendent Sylvia Davis, who you know from her days at Pineville High School. Of course, the bishop was here with us tonight, and it's always good to have him on campus.
Exactly. Then we also got Father Donnie Kuzma, who is one of the pastors over at Sacred Heart, where I go to church.
Yep.
He's here with us. So, we are blessed, in many ways tonight.
That's
along
right.
with the bishop, and Father Luke is here with us.
Yep, Father Luke, and I'm pretty sure their priest is here too, Father Arian.
Father Arian.
I haven't seen him yet, but I'm sure he's over there.
And I know Father Arian pretty well as well. And what a great, I see Father Arian up at the Minor Basilica.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a great place to go. And, I love the small, me and Ryan were talking about earlier, the small school football atmosphere here at Menard.
It's good.
With all the kids, the tents, the barbecue pits, the big crowds. This is what small school football.
And you can come to any event. It's pretty much the same people, whether it be junior high basketball, football, baseball, softball. It's the same people coming out. So we have a tremendous group of supporters. Our alumni is a big base around here. And people just like to be on campus. It's a good, safe place to come, and you can let kids roam around and do their thing. And you can't do that everywhere.
No,
so
you can't.
It's a good atmosphere.
I've seen where other schools are. You go to a ball game, or you got to go sit in the stands. But
Right.
you're stuck there. You
Right.
can't go do
That's
what
right.
these young kids are doing right here.
Yep.
And it's just the security that we have. With Mr. Causey,
Yep.
and what have you. So. It's a great place.
It is.
Great place to watch a ball game, and we're excited, for the things that are coming up at Menard, and right around the corner, soccer season, basketball season, it starts. It's 24. It's year
good.
round.
Well, I tell people, because we're 7 through 12, we have as many activities as some of the 5A schools around here.
Exactly.
Because we have 19 varsity sports, and then we have several junior high sports too. And so when you throw the sub-varsity, the junior high, the varsity in, it's something happening around here all the time. And we had a grandparents' mass the other day, and I think they said we bought 600 plates for donuts, and we used all 600 of them. So the gym was full Wednesday for grandparents' mass. We've had several different opportunities for people to get on campus. It's been really, really good.
And that's what you love to see. You love to see those families and the
Absolutely.
grandparents and the families coming here and supporting their kids. And,
Yep.
and I've talked about this before. My dad, when I grew up, he said, you got to go watch these kids play.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids don't have anybody to come watch them.
That's right.
But the ones, and they see you. Those kids are out there on that football
They do.
field. They're looking up in that stand, looking for mom and dad or family and aunt
That's
and
right.
uncle, and they know.
And they perform for their community too. And
Exactly.
we talk to them about that too. As athletes, they have a special responsibility to the community, act right, and do things the right way, and they do well. Our kids do well.
And I'm excited to be over here with this group. I feel, and there's we in Acts we talk about the C, and it's community.
Yep.
It starts in the church, but it also brings back in the family, and it's just a great thing. And I'm privileged to be here, with these kids and getting to know them, and I hope I can, some of the stuff that they can feed off me, that
Absolutely.
I can feed back, off to them.
Well, this is a deep-rooted community since 1892 through St. Francis or either Menard Memorial or Providence. Menard's been in this community for a long time, since 1892, and it goes a long way. It's a deep-rooted community, and it's hard to go somewhere where you don't find Menard alumni or people that are associated with the school. So it's really good.
And, and whenever I was going to school over at Prom Sucker, Menard was right around the corner
That's
on
right.
that big open lot.
Yep.
And, what was this big open lot? And you were going to school. Well, that's where Menard was.
That's right. That's right.
So it was it's been a great thing, and we're congratulating you for being here and building the foundation and continuing that foundation that it was, before you.
Yeah.
And building it,
Well,
so.
it's easy to work with good people. I've got good people around me, good teachers, good families, and those people produce good kids.
Exactly.
And so it's easy to run the school, and our enrollment's up, which means our finances are in good shape and all that stuff. So people don't understand what a private school is. We depend on private donations, and speaking of the project coming up, there's ways that people can give for that. There's an Eagle Excellence is what the name of it is, and that's our website. So if anybody's interested in giving, they can go to that website. purchase trees, purchase different naming opportunities that we have in there. So a lot of good stuff going on. We got a raffle kicking off this week. Got some good things for the kids to be involved in giving. So we want them to give back to the community too. They're also interested in service. If anybody has a service organization and they need some volunteers, we'll send our kids out. And they're the kids that we want. I tell the business kids, the business people all the time, if you own a business, you need to get on this campus because our kids are the ones that you want to hire. They're the ones that you want to see when they go off to college, come back and work for you, be your executives and those types of things. So I challenge the business people to get involved in the education here because we're producing the future leaders.
Exactly. Well, Chris, we thank you for stopping by
Appreciate
for us
it.
at halftime, and go Eagles.
Thank you, guys.
We'll be right back to get ready for the second half.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view and gear up in our pro shop, ready to elevate your golfing experience. Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
All right, Ryan, we're back. We got about a minute and a half left to go in the halftime. We had a great interview with Principal Chris Gatlin up here tonight, talking about the new beautification project. One of the phases that they're going to be doing as far as the new landscaping and good stuff.
Yeah, no, you can always tell whenever you talk to Gatlin about things like that. He has a true passion for Menard.
He does.
I mean, like he lives and breathes and believes in the community and the culture and what he wants to do to move this place a little bit further down the line.
we got an updated score, on one of our local scores. Tioga is beating Pineville 35-4. Is it 42-14?
Yep, 42-14.
42-14 in the second quarter. So that game, it may be a while before that one, gets over tonight.
Well, in the Ash game, it seems like it's a stalemate right there. So
7-7.
7-7. Long drive to Destrehan. That's about, 3.5 hours?
3.5 hours, and then Doug is going to spend the night in the airport tonight and catch a flight out of New Orleans in the morning to go to Abilene, Texas for the Louisiana Christian Hardin-Simmons matchup tomorrow at noon. And he's got to get back home. So,
Yep, he's got his hands full.
He's got his hands full. He'll be one tired puppy come, tomorrow afternoon. So, we're fixing to get the second half, started.
Yep, I'm hoping that we went in and we made some adjustments on the offensive side. And I know that the offensive line coach was not happy going into halftime right there. So maybe those adjustments are what we needed to get rolling in the second half. But it's pretty much a brand new ball game now.
Brand new ball game, Start the second half, anything can happen,
It is nice to get the ball back and just see if we can't come out and let's make it happen here.
Basically this game is really tied up because after the botch snap there, on the extra point, it could have been easily a 7-7 ball game. Looked like a little punch. It looked like they.
Looks like St. Mary's got it.
St. Mary's jumped on it.
Deep into the Eagle territory too. Well, that was one of those kicks that it caused some confusion right there. Who was going to get under it?
Who's going to be under? And
he tried to make a good catch on it, went right through his hands, and here we go. We're back on defense.
It's almost like an onside kick.
Yeah. That's okay. I feel our defense is strong enough to hold them right here, and then just let's get the ball back and do it again.
All right, that's going to set up a 1st and 10 for St. Mary's, on the 29-yard line. 1st and 10, St. Mary's.
Looks like a reverse.
Reverse to Thibodeau.
Oh, big hit.
Big hit. And
big hit and a fumble.
Put it on the ground as well. Looked like the Eagles picked it up, and the Eagles got the ball there.
That's that Menard defense. And again, that was Jack Simpson. He came up with the ball, but there was a major hit.
Big collision there. On the reverse, they gave it to Thibodeau, and
I think Jack's the contain man on that. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. Contain. The guy on the reverse came back around, and he met him. He met him at the line of scrimmage, and he paid for it. So okay, it looks like the dropped ball never happened. We got the ball back.
Exactly. 1st and 10 Eagles. Hand off to Aiden Moran up the front, up the middle. It looked like he's
good pressure. Good.
Keeps
good
pushing
run.
Those legs. It looked like he's going to gain about 11 yards on the play. Offensive line just came off the ball.
Well, he never stopped moving his legs.
And it looked like we got a penalty on the play after the.
What are they going to call? Looks like it's going to be an unsportsmanlike penalty on 71.
Get ball personal foul against the Eagles.
That was Cade Tassan. Sometimes you got to control that. You got to control your emotions on a personal foul like that. I know you want to get out there and you just want to go full speed, but sometimes you got to control that, especially whenever you're in a tight ball game like this.
So they're going to mark us off, 15 yards. So that's going to put us back to about the 25-yard line.
Now they're going to back them up.
Yep, that was a big penalty right there. Those are the penalties you don't need.
So it'll be first and 10 on the 25-yard line.
got Hicks down here on the near side. It'd be nice to break one of those Hicks long passes through.
Jake drops back.
And
He's
he's
looking for number 7, looking for 17. Get across the middle. Complete to Matthew Hicks again up the middle.
Yep, gained some of those yards back.
So that's going to bring up about 2nd and about 15 there.
Yep, that was the play that I was hoping that we could get in on.
Second about 15. He snapped to Aiden Moran up. He comes around the right side, back up to the middle. Looked like he's picking up about 5 more yards. So that's going to bring us right back to the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Yep, 3rd and 10, back to the line.
You know, much more manageable than it was in 1st and 25.
Well, and look, we're seeing positive yardage right now. So just keep that going. Coach Ortiz calling the plays. Menard looking to the sideline with the no huddle. Been a good start to the second half. A lot of action thus far.
Like I got 8 men in the box. Look like they're coming in on the blitz across the middle. Look like Jake goes deep. It looked like he's going for Matthew
Get
Hicks.
under it.
It looked like out of bounds.
Yep, referee's calling out of bounds, but I tell you what, it looked pretty close to me. I mean, that's about as close as it can get right there.
Great job by Matthew Hicks on the play.
God, it's hard not to go for it.
Yeah, it's very hard.
You're too far back. You got to kick it.
Got the momentum. Looks like we're going to send out on the, excuse me, send the punting unit back out on the field.
Yep, sometimes on those you want another shot, but
you don't want to give them the field position. You're on the 40.
That's exactly
We're
right.
going to try to,
It was a great catch, though. I will say that.
Exactly. It was a great catch by Matthew.
It looks like it's going to be. It looked like he wanted to do a little
He looked like
fake.
he wanted to do something with it, and looked like St. Mary's is going to let it roll down in the inside about the 22-yard line here.
Hey, well, that's what you got to do. You got to open up that playbook.
Open up the playbook, flip the field here, see if we can get a big stop here. Yeah,
I like the call of telling Jake, hey, look, Jake, if you see something, take it. We need to get in charge of this game right here. But it was a good move by him. He didn't see it. He just kicked it, backed him up, and it was a pretty decent little punt.
1st and 10 Tigers on their 23-yard line.
Also want to give a shout out to BK Distributors, Doug Young Nursery, Quibido's Cajun, Cafe, and all of it, and me and Ryan are up here from the Trio's press box on on Versailles. 1st and 10 Tigers, handoff up Thibodeau up the. No, it's not Thibodeau up the middle. Looked like
that was Shallon. Nope, number 6.
Yep, it was Jacob Thibodeau.
Yeah, speaking of Trios, one of the press box sponsors, the owner is a best friend of mine. He's actually a Menard alum. He was the tailback whenever we played football here, and he was one of the finest athletes that ever came through Menard, in my opinion.
Now, who was that?
Matthew Loicano.
Matthew Loicano, okay.
Yep, so I called Matt on the way here and told him that I was going to come up to Trios after the game, and we're going to discuss it. And I know that he's got the game on right now, so good for him, and I hope a lot of people are there watching.
Hard count.
Another one of those offsides on the Menard defense who, they're ramping and roaring to play right there.
It back, and it looked like it's going to.
Oh, they're going to give it to St. Mary's. Okay.
Fall start on St. Mary's.
We'll back them on up. Yeah, that was one of the things that Matt did over at Trios as the press box sponsorship. He wanted to. He's got a couple TVs. He's got two of the local games on right there, and I'm pretty sure Menard's one of them. So good for him for supporting his local community.
Oh yeah, you got to get those alumni, get them supporting, and everybody go out to Trios and tell them 446Sports sent you over there. Hand off to, is that the other Thibodeau? Up the middle. Looked like he charged ahead. Looked like he gained enough for the first down there. Like they got.
Yep, he had a pretty big hole to run right there.
Looked like they got a couple of Thibodeaus on that squad. Yeah. 6 and 18.
Yep. Brothers or cousins.
That's right. First and 10, St. Mary's, 35-yard line. Look like we got to move on the right side of the offensive line. False start. Set them back 5 more yards.
First and 15.
Well, they're helping us. We just have to take advantage of it.
It's like both teams have, had the opportunity. They move the football, then they shoot themselves with the foot.
Yeah, that's it.
Drive,
drive, and then
make a mistake, and it's killing the drives. Really, screening out to number 1 on the outside. It looked like he missed a tackle. Looked like he picked up maybe 1 on the play.
Yeah, big hit from Menard defense there. Who was that number? Let's see. Number 12, Peyton Purcell. Nope.
Wyatt Hayward.
Oh, Hayward, yeah.
Wyatt Hayward. I bring up second and 14 for St. Mary's. 7:11 to go in the third quarter.
This is where we don't want to give up one of those big chunk plays right here.
No, we're coming up on that 6-minute mandatory water break as well. Handoff up the middle to a Thibodeau. It looked like he may have gained maybe 2 on the play, so that's going to bring up, about a 3rd and long, 3rd and 11.
Yep, looked like Janice was in on that tackle early.
Another shutout to, Explore Alexandria Poundville is the title sponsor, and we'll have to choose someone between the Southern Air Heating and Cooling, cool play of the game. Looking down at the bottom of the screen, you can see the Sadler's scrolling scoreboard. Catch up some of the scores between Tioga and Pineville, and Ash and Destrehan. And we also have the Wallace Eye and Associates scoreboard here.
Looks like we have trips.
Trips on one side. Quarterback rolls out to the right side. It looked like he's going to be tackled at the 33-yard line. Big stop on 3rd down.
Yep, that was Peyton Purcell right
there.
Purcell
again.
He pursued him and he got him.
Looked like Cooper Sullivan was in there for a big play as well. So great job by Cooper.
Looks like they're going to get a holding penalty, 52, but we've declined it, which is the right, because we'd rather have the loss of down than the yardage, for sure.
Look like we're right here at the 6-minute mandatory water break. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come right back here. You are watching Menard Eagles Football on 446 Sports. All right, we're back. It's going to be 4th and 11 for St. Mary's. They bring on their punt unit. Ryan, I had to try to get another bite of that great hamburger that we had Al Matthews and his crew down there have brought up, to the entire press box. So I'm still trying to get it down.
I already took care of mine.
And I know Nick here's already taken care of his too. He was waiting on that to come up. And I was able to go out there and give Landon his.
Well, this this is exactly where we want to be, getting the ball.
Uh-oh,
bad snap.
End over end punt.
Be smart about this.
Oh, he hit him.
Oh, my gosh. It looks like it hit T-Sam's
Hit
leg,
T-Sam's leg.
turned into a live ball, and St. Mary's fell on it and backed up into Menard territory right here. So now we got to have a big defensive stop. Last time something like that happened, we got a turnover. Is it too much for us for another one?
It looked like he didn't know what to do, whether he wanted to field it or let it go. And, you know.
Yep, he needed to let that one go.
When that thing comes in over in, you know, you got to make that decision whether you want to.
Yep, and when you decide not to, you want to get the heck away from that ball.
You want it to get away. So that's going to set up St. Mary's 1st and 10 on the play after the muff punt. Hand off to Thibodeau up the middle. Met with a big hit.
Big hit by Janice.
By Janice there. It looked like for a pickup of 2 on the play.
Thibodeau on the carry.
Yep, those are the plays we can't have. We can't give up those plays.
Give up those are the.
Yeah, on these close games, it's those mistakes right there. That's who wins and loses. Who makes the fewest amount of mistakes. Looks like we're blitzing.
2nd and 8. Thibodeau goes around the right side. Another big hit, and look like he's moving the pile. Looked like he maybe gained 6 on the play. It's going to bring up about 3rd and short on. 3rd short.
Looks like someone's getting up, moving a little bit slow.
Got a lot of big hits. A lot of hitting here tonight.
Yep. Yeah, a 6-7 game, that's a defensive game right there. So the defenses are feeling it on both sides of the ball.
3rd and 2. St. Mary's on the 16-yard line. Looks like they got Thibodeau in the backfield. Oh, fumbled on the snap. Thibodeau.
Big opportunity for a loss.
Big opportunity right here for a loss. Looked like he lost 1 on the play. So that's probably going to bring up about 4th down and 4. 4th and 3.
Yep, 4th and 3, and looks like they're going to go for it, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know if their kicker's got enough leg for it, so they're going to go for it.
That'd be a pretty good pop from there. Because you're looking at about a 38-yarder, from right there. That'd be a 38-yard field goal attempt. So they're going to go for it, 4th and 3.
Big defensive stand
is
what we need
right here, guys.
And it's a pass. And it's empty.
Incomplete pass, incomplete pass. Turnover on downs. Eagles will set up.
Yep, just under 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter here.
7-6 ball game, folks.
Yep, and this game has gone between the pretty much the 20-yard line and the 20-yard line.
20-yard line, exactly. See if we can sit there and let's get us another nice drive here.
If not, you can watch it on 446Sports live.
Eagles back out. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Blitz by St. Mary's up the middle. Aiden's got it. He's up the middle, probably for a gain of about 2 yards on the play. Looked like they brought some pressure from the outside on that one.
Yep. Yeah, he doesn't stop moving his legs whenever they give him the ball.
2nd down.
2nd and 9, 2nd and 8. It's. I always say 9 or 8 are just trying to. My eyes aren't as good as they used to be. All right, it looks like we got a whistle here. Delay of the game on the Eagles.
Just going to back them up another 5. Make it what? 2nd and 14?
2nd and 14. Second and 13. Jake drops back. He looked like he's going deep, and he's got Vaughn was in trouble. Looked like he may have fumbled the football.
Yep, I think they called an incomplete pass.
Called the incomplete pass.
Looked like a fumble to me, which would have worked in our favor, but I think they're calling it incomplete.
Called the incomplete pass.
And there's a flag on it for intentional grounding.
No.
Which is kind of weird to me. He threw it right next to a receiver. So it's going to back Menard up a little bit if that call stands. No.
No.
Okay.
So third and 13.
Third and 13. Incomplete pass. Jake drops back. He's scanning. He's going across the middle. It looked like he's got a wide receiver open, and just underthrew him in double coverage.
Yep, Cutter Knowles had a step on him right there.
Hunter has a beat on it. I mean, he was behind him. He just came up a little bit short on the play.
Yep, looks like it fumbled off a couple hands there, and man, he was on the right side of the defense right there.
Exactly. Hunter's got some wheels now.
Yeah, he does.
So the Eagles are going to set back, and it's going to be fourth and, and Jake will be back inside the 5-yard line on the punt here.
Yep, and I think they're going to come on this.
Yeah.
They got him backed up to the goal line almost.
There's the punt by Jake. Short punt. Looked like it's rolled across the 50. Number 2 picks it up.
And
looked like he's going to pick it up and got tackled about 45-yard line.
Yep, looked like Hayward on that tackle. Kind of chased him down.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come right back. You are watching Menard Eagle Football on 446 Sports. Back. 2:26 to go in the second and third quarter. St. Mary's first and 10 on the 45-yard line.
Is it too much to ask for a turnover?
Yeah, I'd love a turnover. It looked like a little whistle on the play here. But we played mainly a lot on our own side of the field here.
Well, one of the good things is it still looks like the Eagles defense has still got some wind in them.
Oh, yeah.
And they are
false start on the offense.
They're not tired.
That's what those summer workouts.
Yep, that's exactly right.
What summer workouts do,
Yeah, you get used to whenever you go to a small school, you're kind of forced to play both ways a lot. So fitness becomes a big part of the operation right there.
Exactly,
And I know I know my son's on the team right now, and Coach Redmond is in charge of all of the fitness and all that. So
summer conditioning.
That's right. So they were pretty heavy on it this summer. So
first and 15, 50-yard line, St. Mary's. Quarterback takes a snap. He's scanning the field, roll it around to the right side. And looked like he threw it out of bounds.
Yep, that was almost a big loss right there.
Scrambling, throws it away.
Yep, one of the Eagle defenders was in his face. Yep, I think they're going to call that on intentional grounding, actually. Kind of what my first thought was. Yeah, he got him to a panic right there and just kind of threw it.
Didn't know what to do, whether to go ahead and take the sack or
well, yeah,
throw it
I mean,
away.
he was going to take the loss anyway, right?
Exactly. Intentional grounding, if I'm correctly, that's a loss of down.
Yep, that's right, loss of down. And it looks like we're back at, 3rd and 30 again, which is the second time we've pinned them back in that position.
Loss of down. So that's going to make it, 3rd?
Yep, I believe so.
Third and a long way. 3rd?
Oh, they hadn't changed it, so. Yep, I think it is 3rd down.
Quarterback dropped back. He scrambles and looking to the near side, number 4.
Slipped and fell.
About the 44-yard line.
That's Hayden Nelson for the St. Mary's Tigers catching that. Only getting, 7 or 8 yards on that.
Third and 23.
3rd and 23 on.
We still got them pinned back pretty good right now. Be great if we can get them for a loss right here. Give us better field position off of a punt.
113 left to go in the 3rd.
This game is flying by.
Eagles are up 7-6.
32.
Pressure off the corner to number 3. Throws it down. Looks like an interception.
And he's running.
He's running. He's going. Is that Matthew Hicks?
That's Cutter Knowles, I believe. Nope, Matthew Hicks, yeah.
That's Matthew Hicks, folks.
Yes.
Matthew Hicks, started playing a little bit of offense, a little defense. Comes up with a big play there, folks.
Big interception, big return.
Big return.
That's a momentum.
That's the momentum play right there that you're looking for, is that big turnover.
Yep.
Great job by Matthew Hicks. Matthew Hicks done a phenomenal job.
Yep, great athlete. Offense and defense.
Great athlete all the way around. Pole vaulter,
Okay, now we're on the side of the field we want to be on.
Coming out with a little different formation for the Eagles here. Handoff up the middle to Aiden. Looks like he stopped for maybe a gain of 1. Ryan and I are privileged. We have the bishop up here right behind us, so I'm okay. He's got a great name too.
Bishop, did you play football growing up? No, he never did. He was always a spectator.
It's great to have a Robert with the bishop with the name of Robert. I love it. First, 2nd and 10 Eagles. Hand off to Aiden up the middle. Like
Finds
he
a big
is
clutter of people.
Big clutter of people stacked up at the line. Probably lost a game. Looked like for a loss of about 1 on the play. That's going to set up. That's going to look like that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter, folks.
Yep. We slid into the 4th.
Split it to the 4th. We're going to come right back here, beginning of the 4th quarter. You are watching Menard Eagle Football on 446 Sports.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
All right, we're back. 3rd and 11 for the Eagles on the 31-yard line. Quarterback keeper by Jake. Looked like he's going to be stood up and for a loss of for a couple. Loses some yardage there. We had a good, one of those momentum killers. We drove the football, cut the interception, drove it down, looked like, and it just stalled.
Yep.
It looked like we were going to try to punt and try to keep them, pin them back deep again.
We've said this a couple times, but this game, being a defensive game, it's just going to take either team right now with a big play is going to be be victorious tonight.
And Jake kicks it and it goes out, goes through the end zone. And that's going to bring the ball back after the 20-yard line. Touchback.
Yep, Menard defense back out there. Fourth quarter and the crowd has still not thinned out at all.
No, great ball game right here. And you probably the moms and dads and everybody else is probably biting their fingernails right now. Next week the Eagles go down to Abbeville, Louisiana next week to play I believe it's the Abbeville Wildcats next Friday night down in Abbeville in Vermilion Parish. So we got a nice little road trip come next Friday night.
Yep.
Now we just got to find that. We're going to decide on which restaurant we're going to eat. All right, St. Mary's got the ball, giving it to Thibodeau up the middle. It looked like he picked up about 6 on the play. So I've been in touch with Abbeville, next week. And, we did get permission because we always ask permission before we go if we can do it or not. So they've granted, we just don't know where we're going to be, whether we're going to be on the visitor side, on the top of the press box, in the press box. But I'll know, hopefully more by Monday. All right, second and 3, St. Mary's. Quarterback goes around the right side. Looked like he's going to pick up about a couple on the play. Going to bring us about 3rd and 2.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 2. That's a pretty good stop right there by the linebacker core right there. And it's these little drives, man. This can be a big play right here if we can hold them.
Third and 1. Count. Hand off to Thibodeau around the right side.
And we can get him for a loss here.
For a loss. It looked like we got possibly a holding on the play.
Yep, looks like a holding. That's where it came from.
Holding on St. Mary's. It's going to back them up. It's going to make it even a. That's going to be about 3rd and 7. Well, a 3rd and go from the spot. So that's going to put it back at 3rd and 13 or 3rd and 11. That was a big holding play right there.
That was a big penalty for them.
Big penalty
Good for us.
Down here on the sidelines, we got the Menard Eagle Golden Eagleettes with, some of the youngsters down there with them tonight.
Okay, we need a big stop right here.
On that 3rd down.
Oh, busted snap right there. And they're going to be for a loss on that play.
Andy has to
keep it. So it's going to bring up 4th and 10.
And that was Janice in on that stop.
Janice on that play again.
It's 4th and 10.
4th and 10.
Punter's definitely going to come out on this.
See a score in the Destrehan. Ash is up 14-7.
Looks like Cutter Knowles is going to receive this punt. I'm not sure if I'm the coach if I don't tell my boys to pin their ears back and go after this guy right here. Let's try to get a defensive one. Little bobble.
Punt, end over end, low end over end. He took a St. Mary's bounce and looked like it's going to go out of bounds about the 45-yard line. I tell you what, we'll come back in a minute and we'll go for a break. You are watching Menard Eagles football on 446 Sports.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
We are back. The Eagles got the ball. We got 8:37 left to go in the contest. You know, on the 45-yard line, it'd be great to get a nice drive right here and put something in the end zone.
Yeah, we're due time to break one.
Jake up the middle. Looked like he was stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Looked like he may have picked up maybe one on the play.
Yeah, you know, on these close games like this, 6-7, that one little small point difference right there, you know, it doesn't matter how close it is. You know, Menard is still in the lead.
You know, and how big it was, you know, when the first series of the game, St. Mary's gets the ball, they miss the field goal. You know, then we come back the next series, same first series, go down, score, and we've been, you know, and then they score and then miss the extra point, bobbled extra point. Jake drops back, he's looking, he scrambles. Look like he's going to drop it and lowers his head, lowers his shoulder.
Yep, that's the kind of physical game that he wants to play tonight.
He's not afraid to lay that lick either.
I mean, he's a big quarterback.
He's a big quarterback. Look like it's going to bring up about 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4.
Third and 4.
Third and 4 Eagles on the 49-yard line. Jake drops back. He's scrambling, looking up. Pocket collapses again.
Yep. He definitely wanted to pass right there.
Yeah, so that's going to bring up 4th and 5 on the 50-yard line. Looks like we're going to try to punt again, and we're going to try to pin them deep.
Yep, I think we're going to be under 7 minutes after this. So it's okay if the clock is running as long as you're in the lead right now, but your defense has got to keep playing lights out.
Keep playing lights out and try to, you know, pin them down and make them go the entire distance.
Good snap.
Great, nice little.
Yep, good punt.
Like he got it, shanked it a little bit. Looked like he went out about the 35-yard line. So he sort of hit that off the side of his foot there on that one.
Yep, now we're just going to ask the defense to do what they've been doing all night
long. Is, you know, step up and let's get another big stop. You know, here, you know, defensive ball game, 7-6 Menard, 7:03 to go in the contest. You know, since the first series, you know, first series of the game we go 80, and you know we've been held, you know, and St. Mary's has done a good job as far as holding us as well, and you know both defenses have really held each other in check. And
yeah, how many turnovers has there? Because say we had our interception and a couple fumbles.
Mm-hmm. So you know, look like there's going to be a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on St. Mary's. So that's going to back it up 15 more yards.
Yep.
You know, you're getting down, you know, 7 minutes left to go. The last thing you need is a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, you know.
That was another sideline
Was it a sideline infraction? Yeah. You know, these coaches, Menard, I've been seeing, you know, Coach Smith and all them, they got to keep them back behind that line, you know. It's a safety reason there. We've got to stop and play here.
Yeah, it looks like the referee actually ran into the coach right there.
Right.
So,
See, yeah, that's a safety, and I guess I'm saying it right. It's a safety. Coach Sistrunk.
Well, yeah, they have to have their room to work.
They got to have their room to work.
A lot of times they're running, not even looking, and if someone's in their way, then
exactly. All right. Hand off to Thibodeau up the middle. Looked like he may have gained one, like for a short gain. Actually, he probably no gain on the play, so that's going to set up a second and 10 on the play with 6:50 to go in the game.
Yeah, it looks like Janice was in on that tackle there, and they've been able to break a couple through the middle, but the Eagle defense in between the tackles has been pretty strong.
St. Mary's they come out, 2 receivers on the far side, 2 on the near with Thibodeau in the backfield. Motion. Fumbled snap. Went to the pass out to the wide receiver. Looked like he's going to come up.
Looks like we probably lost a couple yards on that.
Lost a couple plays, lost yards on that play. Excuse me. Got to keep that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of 3 and outs tonight.
There have been. All right, we're going to come right back. We're at the mandatory 6-minute water break. You are watching Menard Eagle Football on 446 Sports. All right, we're back. Big third down play right here. We're 6 minutes left to go in the contest. St. Mary's got the ball on the third and 11 on the 20-yard line.
Yep, we've got them pinned back in our territory right now, so this is going to be a big stop right here. Just got a message from another graduate from the class of 1999, Mr. Blake Grimion, who played football. He's listening to the broadcast tonight, and he says he told me that he wished he was out there playing ball tonight.
Oh, I bet he would. Well, thank you for Blake. I appreciate you listening to us, and I'm glad you're watching us on 446 Sports. All right, Eagles, here we go. Big down right here, 3rd and 11. Three receivers near side. Quarterback scrambles. He's going around the right side. He's looking. He's under some pressure. He's going deep.
Oh, get under that. Okay.
Broken up by number 17, Matthew Hicks, at about the 40-yard line.
Matthew Hicks.
Matthew's been playing. Not today, baby.
Yep, I think Matthew actually probably had the opportunity to intercept that, but he saw that it was going to be 4th down. It's probably a better idea just to knock it down.
Exactly, and that's just, Matthew has those football instincts.
That's right, yep.
It's football instincts. Knock the sucker down. Now it's going to be 4th and 11. They're going to be punting inside their 10-yard line with 5:50 to go in the first quarter. Looks like Hunter Knowles is coming in. He's going to be back on the deep on the to receive the punt. Cutter Knowles in the punt. Little end-over-end wobbler. Look like it's going to come dead about the 45-yard line, so that's where the Eagles are going to take shot.
Yep, I think we've been in this position, and
we'll just keep this going here right now. I mean, we're under 6 minutes to go in the contest. Eagles got the ball. Now this is where you want to, let's just try to get this drive, sustain it, and just march on down the field. I mean,
I was talking to one of the coaches earlier today, and he told me that the fourth quarter, when there's a few minutes left, this is where that mental toughness comes in.
Mental toughness.
This is where the at the end of practice, when you don't want to run anymore, this is where it comes into play.
That's right.
Because this is anybody's game at this time, right?
Anybody's game right now. 5:36 to go in the contest. Eagles got the ball on the 45-yard line. Hand off to Aiden Moran up the middle. He may have got back to the line of scrimmage on that play. Clock continues to run.
Moran on the carry, Tucker Johnson on the stop. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Keep our heads up, keep in the game. Clock management's important right now.
Important. Hand off to Aiden Moran up the middle. Got that pottage of yards. He probably gained a couple of yards on the play.
Yeah, something else that's important to keep in mind right now, just staying away from those stupid penalties.
Exactly.
Some of those mistakes that we can control.
We don't want to get in those negative yards too, So we're looking like about 3rd and 7 here.
Clock is still running.
Clock still running at 4:28. It looks like each of them still has 3 timeouts to go, Jake takes a snap. Looked like heavy pressure up the middle. Cutter Knowles across the middle. He breaks it.
He's got the first down.
The first down. Cutter Knowles. Big first down right there. Extends a play. Move the chains. First down, Eagles.
Yep, that can be one of those momentum swings right there. Just keep those positive yards. Keep the St. Mary's Tigers on their heels right now. Because, they got to be tired.
They got to be tired.
The defenses on both sides have just played a lot tonight. A big play like that gives you a pep in your step. So if we can break one right here.
A big 3rd down right there. I mean, moves the clock, moves the chains, Jake keeps the ball up the middle.
Yep, looks like he found a hole.
Found a hole, broke it. And looked like we got a penalty back here in the backfield. Thrown by the back judge. We're going to see what this flag is about.
Yeah, look, if I'm the Menard coach right now, I'm thinking about burning the clock. There's 3 minutes left. We have the lead right now. We're on their side, our side of the field right now. So I'm thinking, let's burn the clock. If we can score, that's great. If not, right now you're going to win by burning.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Eagles. That's going to put it back to about the 50-yard line.
Yep, that goes back to what we were just talking about. Avoid those stupid penalties.
You got to avoid those. Second and 21. Hand off to Aiden up the middle. Looked like
he found a small seam there for a second and just got filled up pretty quick.
So that's going to be here we go to a big 3rd down. 3rd down and about 20 on the play.
Yeah, but again, look, I'm just watching the clock tick right now. We're under the 3-minute mark right now with 20-something seconds left still on the play clock. So the coaches know what they're doing right now. They see that clock right there, and they just know that that's our best friend. But we do need to convert. We need a first down. If we can get a first down, then it will.
Timeout, Menard. Tell you what, we'll keep you on. Okay, we're gonna go to a break. I'll tell you what, tight ball game right here. You were watching Menard Eagles football on 446 Sports.
Yeah.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
All right, Ryan, we're back. 2:39 to go.
And I'm starting to get nervous now.
I'm getting nervous now too. Third and 20. 2:39 to go in the game. Eagles are up. Your Eagles are up 7-6. Hand off up the middle to Aiden Moran. Oh. Looked like a flag came in.
Yep, I saw that.
Okay.
Looks like a face mask, so that's good for us.
Wow.
That will keep the clock alive.
That is going to be a first down.
Automatic first down, Eagles. That is a huge. Remember we were talking about earlier, the penalties.
That's right.
Those penalties late. Well, actually, my apologies. Third down, but it's a manageable third. I mean,
that's right.
Third and 5, third and 4.
Yes.
You know. They gave us 15 plus on that one.
And look, we can take our time. We've got 10 seconds on the play clock right now.
2:09 to go in the contest. Jake takes a snap. He's looking. He's got Cutter Knowles
What a
down on the
beautiful
left
catch.
side. And ball on the ground.
Menard ball still.
Menard
He was
ball.
down.
He was down. Looked like
They're
they
calling
called
him down.
at the 12-yard line. Big play from Jake to Cutter.
Wow, big catch right there.
Big catch by Cutter right there.
And with protection. I mean, that was a great play.
Protection too. Scrambled out of the pocket just a little bit. Found Cutter here down in the flat. And Cutter does what he loves doing, going upfield.
Yep.
First down, Eagles. 14
And the clock
yard
is still running.
The clock's still running. St. Mary's has 3 timeouts. The Eagles have 2. It looked like someone.
Yep, I think St. Mary's is going to.
St. Mary's is going
They
to.
want to stop
right
that
here.
clock.
We're just going to continue. We're going to, leave it here, man.
Yeah, look, this is the part of the game. These are the games that I love the most. Whenever it's, of course, football is going to win the game, but it's also going to be coaching that wins this game right here.
Yeah.
How when do we call timeouts? When do we not call timeouts? With Menard, I don't even know if you. I don't know if you even want to score right now. Yeah. I almost kind of think you just want to run the ball, keep the clock running, force them to use their timeouts. Because if you score right now, then you got to give them the ball back.
Well, if they start using those timeouts, and then you can set up a big victory right there.
Well, that's right. I mean, the one good thing right now is if we do score right now, that puts us up 14-6. So they have to score and 2-point conversion just to tie the game.
It is and folks, next week, come up next week. Come join us at Burkata's next Wednesday night for the Eagles Nest Coaches Show at Burkata's on Wednesday night. We're going to have the Player of the Game Award. We're going to have our Express Pros Lineman Award and so come out next Wednesday night.
And there's going to be some good food there.
And there's going to be some good food there too.
I heard rumors of maybe some pork tips and gravy, maybe.
Oh, man, pork tips and gravy. Where can you go wrong with that at Ricotta's on Wednesday night? So yeah, we've got a lot of people. We've got a lot of Southern air, heating, cooling, cool plays at the game. We got a lot to choose from tonight too.
This is something I want to point out to the crowd. About 10 minutes ago, people were walking around and they were talking, and it looks like everyone's leaned up. Everyone's watching the game intently right now because we're down to the nuts and bolts of it.
Exactly right. Still a big crowd, on both sides. It's you can't find a open seat down here right in front of us.
All right, here we go.
Here we go, guys. 1st and 10. Ball in the high snap.
Right up the middle.
Right
Looks
up
like
the
he
middle
found
to
a
Aiden
hole.
Moran. Aiden ran down to about the 1 yard line. 1st and goal from the 2 Eagles.
Oh, yeah. Well,
man.
Hey, despite what I said a second ago, no, you
Okay,
score.
let's go.
Yeah, you're too close not to now.
Now, we got to.
I wouldn't mind seeing Moran get a touchdown right now.
Yeah,
He's done a lot of work tonight.
The clock is still continuing to run. We're fixing to be right down at 1 minute to go, and look like St. Mary's probably going to fix and call them another timeout.
Yeah.
If they did. So St. Mary's, we're going to be at 105. We're going to continue. We're going to leave it here right now. 105 to go. 109 to go. St. Mary's has 1 timeout left, and the Eagles have it 1st and goal from about the 2 yard line.
Well, that was a dandy little run there.
Oh,
we needed more. We needed that.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of options as far as that Southern Air heating. Cool play of the game, and then the player of the game. I mean, Matthew Hicks, Aiden Cutter. We've got a lot to choose from, tonight.
Yep, and now the crowd is definitely on their feet right now. I think they feel the excitement.
They feel the excitement right here.
That the Bishop Bowl.
The Bishop
looks
Bowl.
like the trophy is coming. It could definitely.
We got in 109.
That's right. Don't want to get ahead of myself,
but we want to bring that Bishop Bowl from Natchitoches and bring it right back here.
I see the Bishop walking down there right now.
Here comes the Bishop right here.
St. Mary's, let's see, they've got one timeout left. After this, Menard still has 2, but that shouldn't matter to us.
Oh, it looks like
we're in a victory formation right now.
Yeah, it looked like he kneeled the ball.
And St. Mary's.
Did they call? The clock should be running.
A little bit of confusion right now, but I think they're trying to get it figured out.
They're going to get it figured out, yeah. It looks
St.
like
Mary's called their last timeout.
Called their last timeout.
Well, let's see here. So if Menard, there's 54 seconds left. St. Mary's is out of timeouts.
Out of timeouts.
What is it, 2nd down for us?
2nd down and goal here.
Well, theoretically, we can kneel it out. Back to victory formation here. Well, it will leave 4 seconds on the clock. Nope, it should be good.
This is going to be a big victory morale for right here for the Eagles. Coming in, you're playing St. Mary's, your rival game. They're going to give you everything you got, and they have, and then we come out here with a big win tonight, and we can go down to Abbeville next week, going in at 2-1
record, yep.
So, Abbeville took it on I think I haven't got a score on Abbeville, for tonight, but we got to get through this one. We have 54 seconds left to go in this one. So let's get this big win here and let the, these kids have played their hearts out tonight. Looks like we are in victory formation with, you know, and look like we're fixing to bring the Bishop Trophy back to Menard. Clock is running. We're down to 50 seconds left to go. We've got Father Donnie Kuzma up here with us, right behind me and Ryan, and so.
Yep, I tell you what, it's been a long game. Whenever it's close like that, you're kind of on pins and needles of what's going to happen next, and then you know it's kind of come to fruition.
30. There we go. Look like, guys, that's going to be it right there, folks.
Yes, looks like Menard with the
Menard Eagles. The celebration is on. What a big win for this team right here. You know, after
4, 3, 2, 1.
There you go, folks. Final score, your Menard Eagles 7, St. Mary's 6. Big Bishop Bowl champions for 2025. You know, Ryan, what a hell of a ball game.
I tell you what, man. Dare I say I may be the lucky charm.
Yeah, that's right. We'll bring 3 people up in the booth with us.
Now, look, I tell you what. It was a great game. It was. You know, the game felt like it moved fast. The defenses played their hearts out. The offenses tried on both sides, and it was just such a strong defensive game.
And then they would stall. Move the ball, they would stall. Move the ball, stall. You know, and it was those, you know, like we talked about earlier, those turnovers and mistakes right there at the end were huge. You know, that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, you know, gave us a short.
That's right. That was a big.
That was a big play. Then that.
Yep.
Play
We had some big momentum plays right there in the end.
Exactly. So you know, and the kids just went out there and congratulated each other, and now our kids are down on about the 25-yard line, and they're excited and pumped up and ready to go. And
well, look, I want to, you know, take notice of something here. You know, the 2 Catholic schools in our diocese playing together, and you know, we played a football game. There was a winner, there was a loser, but at the end of the game, everyone joins together in prayer.
Absolutely.
And, you know, that's the mentality of the Catholic faith and the faith at Menard and at St. Mary's right there.
You know, and I'm proud to be excited, you know, be part of this, and you know, see this and seeing all the kids, spirit groups, the Eaglettes, and all the coaches there at you know, center of the field, and you know, they're probably talking about the hard-fought contest, and probably the bishops, you know, down there with them. And now we're going into prayer, and you know, prayer everybody gets home safely, and prayer no one comes, you know, no one got hurt.
That's right.
You know, and you know, that's what it's all about. It's what we're doing right here at the end.
It is, you know, and this is something that makes this game special right here, is that the 2 teams can unite like this and share their faith and, you know, their love of the game and all that together.
And their love for each other, because you know they're probably going to be giving hugs, you know, to each other.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
You know, at the end of this, and you know, and what a great moment. You know, first time for me to ever be at a, you know, Bishop Bowl, and I'm excited to, you know, be here and be part of it, you know, and seeing these two great schools, you know, go back and forth.
Yeah, no, it's great.
And so it looked like Father Luke is out there as well, and you know, but
looks like Menard is holding up the trophy that we retained.
We got back. You know, we hadn't had it in a couple of years. So I tell you what, we're going to go for a break, and we're going to come right back for our final thoughts, and you know, just our closing thoughts, but we'll be right back. You were watching 446 Sports. right, we are back here at the Eagles Nest. Your Menard Eagles victorious over St. Mary's 7-6. Big, got the trophy. And Ryan, it's been a pleasure. You know, you for your first time, you did a heck of a job.
Well, thanks,
with
man.
me up here tonight, and we're going to look forward to it. And I know we'll see each other, down the road. You working with me, and it's been a pleasure. And you brought us some good luck tonight, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, I learned a lot. I learned about getting over the nerves, and I tell you what, sitting up here in the booth, you kind of got the best view in the whole house.
You do. You got a great seat in the house. Sometimes it's not always this good, but it's great to be up here and seeing these kids. It look like we got a bunch of the kids out there taking photos and things like that. So next week, come join us next week at Perkins for the Eagles Nest Coaches Show with Coach David Perkins on Wednesday night at 7 at Perkins. You're going to hear the interviews from the kids and things like that. And then come next Friday night, if you can't make that trip to Abbeville next Friday night, come join us on 446Sports, and we will be down there broadcasting live from Abbeville, Louisiana, to take on the Abbeville Wildcats. For myself, with Nick Morrow, Ryan Bacata, and Landon Anderson on the camera, good night.